Hi Stampers, how are you today? I hope everything's going well with you guys in this lockdown. I have been really busy making cards and having a really good time. I've been trying some new 3D projects which I will be filming, and if you'd like you can take the class with me. Okay, let's go ahead, and this is the card we're going to make today. This one's very simple, takes you no more than 5 minutes, and you've got a nice card. Stick it in the mail and send it off to that wonderful friend of yours that you just want to reach out and say hey. Okay, and then we're just going to take it and step it up. Look at this beauty. It's got all kinds of layers to it. It's got ribbon, it's got some beautiful embossing on the second layer. This is a 3-layer, and as you can see we are going to use some dimensions on this one. Let's put this one off to the side right now, and let's go ahead and get this one going. Remember, this is going to be our simple card. Okay, I gave you directions on for your simple as well as the step it up card. You're going to have different dimensions on your white on your simple card, and then it'll be a little, your white will be a little bit smaller on your step it up, because what we're doing is we're making so many layers. Every layer will be a 1/4 inch smaller. So that's how that one goes. Okay, so this is going to be simple. I'm going to take this one and set the base off to the side, and today we're going to be using this is just you can do anything you want. You could do the Sail Away, you can do any set yet you want. I'm just showing you a quick and simple, and I chose this set. This is the Floral Essence, which is a beautiful set. Love this one. I use this a lot. This makes great backgrounds too. Okay, and then the sentiment is going to come from Free as a Bird. I love this one. I've used this set quite a bit also. All right, here we go. Gonna go open up my stamps, inks, and what we'll do is we're going to take this flower, and for the simple card, what you want to do is take your flower and set it so that it's off on more close to the middle, because on your step it up card we're trying to leave a little bit of room so that when you get your bow on there it's not over your flower too much. So on your placement, when you're making the step it up, because you want to put a bow on there, put your flower off to the right. All right, let's show you what I mean. Take this in here. Now for the simple, I'm going to stamp it here, but if I was going to be stamping for the step it up, I'm going to take my flower and move it over to the right more. Okay, so for now I'm going to re-ink this so I get a really pretty image, and I'm going to go ahead and just step this one down like that. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I love this Flirty Flamingo, it's such a pretty color. All right, I'm done with that, so I'm going to go ahead and close up the Flirty Flamingo because I don't want to get my hands in it. All right, now we're going to take our flowers, or excuse me, we're going to take our leaf, and we're going to use a piece of paper so that I can check my images. So I'm going to put a plain piece of paper down here to stamp on, or you could stamp right on your grid, but for photography I will not be stamping on it. I will show you how to do it. All right, so here is, I'm going to stamp a leaf right here, and I'm stamping this one dark. Okay, now the next one I want it to be lighter, so what we're going to do is what's called stamp off. So what I did was I inked it, and then I stamped it, and then I put my leaf right there. Now see how much lighter that is? Let's do it again, and I'm going to stamp it real lightly. I'm not pressing down at all, I just tapped it off, and then I'm going to put a leaf right up, some leaves up here also. Right, see how much lighter that is than the ink to stamp? Makes a big difference. All right, let's close this. Oh, wait, I don't want to close that up yet. I don't want to put my sentiment. And I am using the Old Olive for my sentiment also. And remember, when you're doing sentiments, what you want to do is ink it up and then check it to make sure that it's going to stamp really nice and even. Make sure you're getting your ink all over the whole stamp. Then it's a really good image, so I'm going to go ahead and re-ink this, and I'm going to set it up here. Now I'm going to be pulling this down a little bit because I really want to eye this. For this, because we're going to be cutting it, we want your image, your sentiment, all the way over here towards the left of your this piece of paper that you're going to be cutting. All right, so I'm going to set that like that, make sure it's straight, set it down, and I'm going to press down, but I am not going to rock it. When you start rocking, that's where you get your images, so just press it down, let it sit for a couple of seconds, and that helps to adhere the ink to the paper. All right, let's take that off. Look at that, that's perfect. No shadows or anything, perfect. I'm very happy with that. All right, set that off to the side, and I'll close up this ink. How many of you ever put the heel of your hand or a finger or something in an ink pad? Close them up and get them out of the way, huh? All right, so I'm gonna get my piece of paper off to the side. Done with that. All right, that's my image. And what we're gonna do now is I'll show you how to cut it. I'm gonna pick it up and open up the blade, the cutter. Okay, now what I want to do is take the stamped image and I want to cut it. So I want to cut right down through here, and the reason why I'm lining it up so that the saying is got some white over here and some white over here, so just move it over a little bit more. And you can see where your blade's gonna cut, right through there, so go ahead and I cut it. All right, set this off to the side, and we're gonna turn the seat. It's pretty perfect. All right, now I wanna be able to have about the same amount of white up here, same amount of white down here. So what I'm gonna even it up, move it down just a little bit more, and I'm right at 1 7/8. So I'm gonna cut it right at 1 7/8. You can cut it at any measurement that you want, just so that you'd probably want to go ahead and then make sure that it's got enough, it's even all the way around. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side. That one's done. Now, on your other side of your paper, what you're going to want to do is cut it right at about the same, which was 1 7/8. Nope, it's actually, I'm sorry, it's 1 3/8. All right, so let's go back and mark it right at 1 3/8, and we'll cut it. All right, there's my 4 pieces. Set those off to the side, get my cutter out of the way. All right, so here's our base to our card. Fold it in half, right around on the score line of 4 1/4. Okay, and of course a base for a card is a half sheet of paper, so it's 5 1/2 by 11. All right, we'll go ahead, and I like to use my bone folder to push it, to crease it, because that keeps it so that it lays a little bit flatter while I'm working with it. All right, so here are our pieces, and let's see. This one's going to go here. It's kind of like a puzzle, isn't it? Kind of fun. All right, how many of you have been doing puzzles in this lockdown? I have, I love them. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're gonna do. And what I did is I'm gonna just use glue because it gives me some wiggle room. You can use tape if you'd like, but the tape, once it's set down, it's kind of hard to get it to move it around. Right, so I'm going to move these off to the side, move that one up there, take my piece, my bottom left-hand corner, and what I want to do is just kind of line it up so that it's even all the way around. All right, so see, if you can see, with the glue, I'm able to wiggle it around a little bit till I get it exactly where I want it. All right, let's make sure that's straight. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to take this piece over here, and we'll line this one up now. This is the bottom right-hand corner. Okay, take this, set it down, and again, line it up so that you've got 1/4 of an inch around the edges, and then that leaves your center here. All right, kind of make sure that it's nice and even along there. Okay, all right, press her down. I'm going to take my top right-hand corner piece and put some glue on it. And we'll flip her over, and again, line it up so that you got about 1/4 on all edges. Right? Now you don't have to go with the whole 1/4. You can go ahead and you can move it in closer, whatever you want. Again, this is using your own personality, however you want to do it. It's your card, make it your style. There's so many different, people have different styles. And it's fun to watch my classes. As I've said this before, in my classes, I just love to watch how people do so much different. And then there's people that want to do it exactly as my pattern shows. Look at that. I'll line it up, press everything down, turn it upside down, press it down. All right. That's it. That card is done. Isn't that a fun one? All right, now here's a different way to do it. Simple still, but look how I did this one. I put glue dots on it. Not glue dots, I'm sorry. I put dimensions on it and made it a little bit different from there to there. Look at the difference in those. Isn't that fun? All right, now let's go ahead and let's make the Step It Up. Okay, let's be making this one now. All right, okay. Here are all my parts and pieces. I gave you the dimensions for this as well as the sizes to cut your ribbon at. Okay, I went ahead and stamped this just because so that we can get through this a little bit quicker. Again, let's go ahead and we'll cut this and move things out of the way. We're going to cut this. Again, we're going to line it up so that I have about the same amount of white on each side. Bring it down. Let's move the blade out of the way. Bring it down so I can see right where it's going to cut. And we're going to go ahead and cut it. Now remember, this image on the Step It Up card, the image is more over to your right, not so much to your left, because we're going to put a piece of ribbon down there. Or you don't have to. If you don't want to put the ribbon on it, that's fine too. Just go ahead and stamp your image so that you're happy with the way it's going to line up. Okay, again, I'm going to do this right about at, this one's looking like, let's go back to the 1 3/8. Okay, I like to have my blade so that I'm pushing on it because that helps to line it up. As you're pushing, it keeps it up against the edge, so it makes it a straighter cut. All right, there's those two. And I'm going to do the same again on this one. And I'm on the right-hand side, and I'm going to take that and cut it at 1 3/8 again. All right, take my blade. All right, that's this one and this one. Okay, here's what we ended up with. Okay, so that's my image. Now what I'm going to do is put dimensions on it, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's go ahead and start layering everything up. Okay, here's my base, which is, again, my thick. I like to use the Whisper White Thick for bases for my cards. Gives it more of a rich feel. Right, so we'll set that off to the side. I folded that in half. I used my bone folder. Now I've got a couple other pieces. This is the Fleur de Flamingo, and this is the Petal Pink. Can you see the beautiful embossing folder that I used? This is from the Ornate Floral Suite. Now you can order this embossing folder all by itself. Here it is. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so set this off to the side. Again, I'm going to use some glue, or if you'd like, go ahead and use some tape. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on here. Okay, set it so that it's even in all the corners. A trick to trying to make sure that you're lined up really well, pick a corner, like this corner right here, and then see how all these edges are even? Usually, if you set her down, it will be even all the way around. See? All right, now, again, I wanted to let you know that I did, this is a 3-layer card, so on this one I used dimensions. So I want to show you a little trick when it comes to dimensions. You know how you're always kind of trying to pick it off, and sometimes they're really hard to pick off? Saw this on a Pinterest, YouTube. So just take take a pick and put a little hole in it, pull it off, and look. They're all on this take a pick. Okay, and one last one. Ah, you might want to go back and check, but look, they're all together. Take them off, they're all together, throw them in the trash can. That way you're not chasing all these little pieces. That work out great? That's a fun trick. It does take a little practice. I'm still practicing on it, so it is a lot of fun though. All right, now I'm going to take this layer, I'm going to set it down, check all the corner edges so that it's pretty even. Okay, set her down. If you notice, I did put a couple of dimensions in the middle as well as on each corner. And the reason why is that you don't want this to bow in the middle, so to give it a little body, put a couple of dimensions in the middle. Okay, now we're going to take, here's all of our pieces. Okay, hopefully those are all showing in there. This one's going to go here, and this one's going to go here. This is where I went ahead and I added the ribbon. To add the ribbon, I just took some tape, and I can see that I'm going to want my ribbon to go right along here, so I'm going to put a little bit of tape right here, and a little bit of tape go here. When you're making this, you'll want to pick some colors that you have ribbon that will match. So if that's how I decided to pick the Fleur de Flamingo and the pink. All right, so what I did is I stuck it to the tape right there. Gonna bring it around, hold it down, and then I'm going to stick it down again on that side. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensions on, and we'll just put them on all the pieces at the same time. All right, let's see if I can do this pretty quick. And again, you're going to want something in the middle to give it a little bit of base there. Don't want it all wobbly or flimsy looking. Makes it look richer. All right, there's that one. And we'll go ahead and do the others while we're at it. Okay. Oh, I hope everybody's doing okay through this lockdown. I know it's been hard for a lot of people. Buck and I are doing great. We were retired anyway, so it's not a whole lot of difference. It's just that when you decide you want to get out of the house, you really can't, can ya? All right, let's take this last piece, and we're just going to put one in each corner here. Hope the ones of you that are still working are staying safe. And we do appreciate, you must be an essential worker, is why you're having to go into work. We appreciate it. It's kind of nice to go to the grocery store and see the people that you've known for so many years and they're still in there working. Right, let's do our all right, this one's gonna, see, I told you it takes practice, right? All right, okay. Now my finger's sticking to it. All right, there's all 4 of those are off. And let's set this down. I'm not gonna press it down yet. I'm gonna wait so that I can get all my other corners on too. Okay, that one didn't come off, so let's try that one again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw these into the trash. It's kind of full there. This one just didn't want to come off, so I'm going to pick it off. All right, get rid of that one. All right, so let's set this one. It's going to go right here, but again, I'm not going to press it down yet. I'm just going to set it down until I'm happy with the placement. Okay, you're probably wondering what's going on with that bow. We're going to finish the bow once I have the it's all stuck down with the dimensions, because that way it will sit down and make it easier for me to tie the bow. All right, now I got this. Go do this one. Okay. Let's get this one out of the way. Go ahead and set this one right here for right now. Just set it. Don't stick it down yet. All right. Again, this takes a little bit of practice, but it's a lot of fun. And it's nice not having all these pieces of the other side of the dimension on the floor floating around or stuck to you. All right, so this is the last one. Make sure. Okay. Now, I want to see. Again, we're going to do the corner thing where you line it up so it's all even. It's same here, same here. Go ahead and set that one down. Right. Okay. Now we'll take this one. And again, we're going to do all the corners so that the corners are pretty even. Quarter and a quarter. Like that. Now this one, I got it stuck down just a little bit, so let's set it back here. Set it down. Make sure the top is even. Okay. And then this one, it's in a good place, so we'll just push it down. All right, so that's that. Now let's finish it by doing a bow. We're going to stick your 8-inch piece of ribbon underneath like that. And we're going to just tie a bow. Going to try to make sure that when you pull it right now, that you're even on both sides. All right, now I can slip this down a little bit more. Tie it, knot it. Now I'm going to make my loops for my bow. Okay. Pull it tight, and now I want to even it up so that my ends are even. Now I'm going to turn it so that it's going to go sideways. Kind of like that look. So now I'm going to take both ends and pull it tight and make sure that it's even. There we go. Pretty even. Okay, take my scissors and cut my end off so that it's even on both sides. All right. Look at that. Okay, that one's done also. Right, we went all the way from simple with a little bit of different to it to the step it up. All right, ladies, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you giving me your time in your day, and stay safe. Hopefully we will get together soon. All righty, bye-bye, ladies.